Look at the size of this beast. This is a giant millipede, and this guy is not even full grown. They'll get up 8 to 12 inches, I think. Unlike the giant centipedes in this area, these are fairly harmless to people. They will and do secrete a kind of a toxic chemical, which I'm sure he's doing right now. But that doesn't hurt. Doesn't, you can't feel it. I will be sure to wash my hands after this, so before I touch my face or touch my eyes, I want to get that chemical off. But they don't bite, and are quite harmless. Pretty amazing how much of a different feel this place is getting now that the rains have started. When we got here in January, the temperatures were definitely much more pleasant, but it was still dry, which was good, I guess, at that point. But all the grass, all the plants, a lot of them anyway, were dead and dry, and just kind of a dusty kind of film on everything. Everywhere you went, it was just dusty. And, even in the house and the kind of our open air kitchen, stuff was just always covered with dust. Not the end of the world, but just now that the rains have started, all that dust has gone away. The air has a different feel. Temperatures have dropped a little bit. So the new humidity in the air actually feels pretty good, combined with the lower temps. It just smells alive, right? Instead of just this kind of desolate, dry, dusty landscape. It's becoming way more lush and green. It's been nice just kind of tinkering around the yard here and just seeing stuff grow and not having to just nurse it and keep it on life support with my lousy watering systems. And I actually went through yesterday for the first time and had to start trimming some of this stuff back. Now, I don't have enough of a yard anywhere that justifies a lawnmower, but had to do something in some of these spots. So went online and got a string trimmer and kind of went to town yesterday trying to just clean up some of the super weedy areas. And I don't know, it just has a somewhat of a element of satisfaction. I always back home would like to sit on my front porch after mowing the lawn, which was a chore that I usually enjoyed doing, but just kind of sitting back and looking at my handiwork. It's nice to be able to do that here yesterday, where as small of an improvement as it made, it's just nice to take something that was just overgrown and disgusting looking and at least make that little piece of it look a little more organized. So still lots of improvement here to be done, and I'm excited as I watch the trees and the plants and everything continue to grow and fill in. And I know we've only just really started there, but it's nice to see the progress. Part of the element of like using the string trimmer yesterday and cleaning up is like, it was actually something I had control over, where this whole process, not that it's been bad, but like, I just feel like I've been totally out of control, where other people are making decisions, or maybe I'm okay with the decision, but not at all confident with it. Hey, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I rely on this guy's knowledge or that guy's knowledge, or put my foot down here or not there, even though I really don't have a great argument against some of this stuff? Like, just to be able to like, hey, I can take a string trimmer and go clean up the grass. I can do that. I feel confident about that. And I like the end result. I think just that small win kind of gave me a bit of a disproportionate amount of satisfaction. So yeah, I'll cherish that now, as that chore will likely just become more and more like work. So Dad's been down here, of course, the past couple days, picking away at his project. I've kind of avoided this area, but down here this morning, and I see that he has got the beginnings of his cow barn, cow shed, whatever it's going to be. It is chainsaw hewn timbers here, bolted now to these concrete posts. Per usual, I don't know exactly what the plan is from here, nor do I need to. It's interesting to see what he's got going on down here. Peanuts are all planted. Peanuts through the field, and I guess there's a couple rows of corn, or there's corn buried in there somewhere. I don't know why peanuts. I'd seen some comments on an earlier video as to why peanuts. I don't know. I guess they have done, they've grown peanuts here on this property in years past, even with the previous owner. Ow. Fucking shit, that hurt. It's pretty much guaranteed if I leave my office for any reason, I'm gonna end up bleeding somehow. Could be an activity as tame as, hey, I'm just gonna go walk around the yard, look at stuff. No, you're gonna end up bleeding. Every time, somewhere, somehow, there's blood. So, I'm in here cleaning out the tortoise shed, and I've got to bend down and scoop out straw and stuff I'm scrubbing out. I just got freaking drilled by a scorpion. I've never been hit by a scorpion before, of any size, really. This is one of these little bastards. Didn't even see him until after I felt the sting. I don't know where he went. Really painful, like a bee sting. But I was only about a minute ago, and pain has already subsided. I can feel it, but it's not like, I don't know. Definitely survivable, but got my attention, that's for sure. Yeah, I can't even see where I've been stung. I can feel it, but maybe that little tiny spot right there? I don't know. Whatever it is, it hurt for a minute, and the pain is going away surprisingly fast. So, yeah, one of those little tiny ones, which I'd always kind of heard were worse to be stung by than some of the bigger ones. I know it's a super general statement, but yeah, I don't know. Survived my first scorpion sting. So I'm about 30 minutes post scorpion sting here, and pain level is negligible. I mean, I can feel it. Almost feels like I might have, like, you know, I got a minor burn, like a tiny little blister that pops, and it's just got that kind of burning sensation. Really, I can barely even see a mark. You can see where it hit me, but I mean, it's just the slightest little pinprick and the absolute slightest amount of swelling, but like no lasting effects. So other than that, just like initial flash of fire when I got drilled. At least now I know I'm not allergic to scorpions and can survive a hit. So I think on the pain scale of the 2 injuries that I have sustained now prior to 7:30 a.m., the scorpion sting or stubbing my foot and ripping it open on a branch, if I had to do either one of those things over again, I'd take the scorpion hit. So, and no, I'm not wearing boots. I'm not gonna buy boots. If I had them, I wouldn't be wearing them. I wasn't even really engaged in anything other than just like walking around the property. So that's the kind of stuff that happens here. Leave the house, you're gonna bleed. There will be injury, there will be blood. Okay, so I'm just sitting in my kitchen here eating lunch, and I don't think it's the same scorpion, but it is definitely the same kind of the one that stung me earlier. This guy was just cruising across the kitchen floor. I don't know if they're more active now just because it's now the beginning of rainy season, or maybe it's just coincidence, but to see 2 in one day. I have seen these guys before on the property, but not 2 in the same day. I actually also saw last night a Scolopendra, which I knew were here. Those are the giant Vietnamese centipedes. We have similar ones all around the world. I know we had them in Hawaii, but the Asian ones, they're all nasty when they bite, but I've heard the Asian ones are the worst, and they're one of the most painful insects in the world to get bit by. And I saw one as I was draining out the tortoise pond last night, pulled the plug on it, and then just saw the thing scurrying across the water, and then you got sucked down the drain, which then just drains out into the field. So aside from a quick water slide ride, he was probably okay. But that's the first one that I've seen here. I knew they were here, but I had never seen one, medium-sized one. So that's definitely something I do not want to get bit by. You know, I think like most creatures, they would rather escape and run away from you than they would attack you. But if you put yourself in a position where the thing feels cornered, much like that scorpion did today, I didn't even know he was there. My guess is he tried to escape, and you know, I was just fumbling around and put my hand right on him and got whacked. So cool little creatures, but definitely deserve some amount of respect, don't you? So it seems my wife is not satisfied with the rate in which these lily pads are completely consuming the top of the pond surface. So she has tasked Go with uprooting and relocating some of these from this end of the pond where there are many to that end of the pond where there are none. I kind of like the open space because I think it's only a matter of time before I'm going into this pond pulling these lily pads out because they've completely covered the surface.
Overgrown.
But what do I know? So what's going on out there? He's having trouble getting down and pulling the roots.
Happy wife, happy life, you know.
So they keep telling me.
He's gone.
Is he coming back up?
I don't know. เอาได้ไหม
But the crabs got him. Told the ones in the middle were too deep. He was unable to go all the way down and pull the roots.
This one was spit.
But I guess he found some in a shallower spot before I had to go out and rent scuba gear. I'm going to relocate these myself.
อันนี้สงสัยไอ้รากมันมาจาก
It's like a muskrat.
มันจะได้ไม่ต้องลงไปมันจะลึกเลยเด้ทีนี้ปลูกไปต้องคูละ
I don't understand, but as different as Thai and English are, it's the same word for slope. That's the only word I ever understand. Is that an English word or is that a Thai word and they just coincidentally happen to be the same?
I think it's coincidentally the same. Slope. What is that?
Slope? Like
Yeah,
that.
slope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
That's a Thai word?
people understand it. I say slope.
Yeah, but is that a Thai word or an English word that for whatever reason you guys use?
I think it's
Because it'll be blah 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 slope, blah 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 slope. Like that's the word I'll recognize. I don't recognize I don't know anything else about it, but I hear slope and I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
Thai thing. I don't know. I'm just thinking like slope. People know
Slope.
slope.
Slope. Speak Thai now. Slope.
สโลปหมายถึงว่ามันเป็นอย่างนี้
Yeah, same. Same. Are there any more words that are the same? I wish more were.
ใช่คำศัพท์
มันทับศัพท์อะปลูกไว้ตรงนี้ที่นี่มันก็จะ
Yeah, how's he gonna plant them? Because it's just as deep on this side.
No, we put in a
On the slope.
yeah.
I'm getting it. Speak Thai. Go over here and sit in that chair.